Hello, Rich.
Hello, George. Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, teacher.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to call to Jennifer, okay, and Paula.
Okay.
One moment. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, teacher.
Okay, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine, teacher. And you?
Good. How was your day today?
Very busy, but
Yeah,
fine.
sure. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to call to Paola, okay?
What, teacher?
I'm going to call to Paola. One moment, please.
Okay, teacher.
Hello, teacher. Ay, gotcha. Teacher?
Yes, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Okay, welcome to the English class.
Thank you. Gotcha.
Okay. Students, give me 1 minute, okay? I need to send an information. Just 1 minute.
Yes.
Mm, okay, Paola, how was your weekend? Paola,
Very busy.
very
I
basic.
was
Why?
I had many works to do at the university, homeworks, because tomorrow and after tomorrow I have to give you for the homeworks at time.
Sometimes. Okay. Eh, maybe did you were to an special place on weekend or just you were in your house?
Yes, at Saturday morning, I was at closure about the school, an institution. We had a ceremony, a nice ceremony until lunch.
Okay. In your case, Paola, what did you do? What did you do on weekend?
Me?
Yes. No. So Jennifer, sorry.
And in my case, I was working and in my university works
Yes.
because I have to develop 5 words, and I am very responsible. And I start to work at 1st of November, and
Okay.
the develop of the works is 27 November and 28. But I'm not finished yet, so
Okay.
we have to work to a lot of hours at night and early. I stayed at church too because I have to sing every Sunday.
Okay.
And my I have the special time at school on Saturday. On Friday, we have to organize a dance for the closure of my school. And my daughter was on birthday on Friday, and I can celebrate with her because I was working, and is what it was very busy since Friday.
Yeah, sometimes that happen. Now we are very busy doing different things, and sometimes we don't have enough time to share with our family.
Yes,
Sometimes that happen.
the
Okay,
birthday
in your
of my
case, George.
daughter.
Well, me, I also I'm busy with the tax, the homeworks in the university, and also I in the weekend I make an assessor to a girl who have problems in mathematics. Basically, I spend my time in weekend trying to make with her some guides because she is in recuperation. And I don't know how to say that is need to pass the mathematics. So it's necessary to do a lot of guides, and basically I help her in the weekend.
Okay. Are you a good person in math, in mathematics?
Well, technically not because I don't like it. But of course, the girl is in elementary, so it's
11th
just
grade?
division, addition, something, all this kind of the basic operation, or also fractionaries. But the thing is not the operation itself, but it's a lot. There is a lot of activities, a lot of pages
Okay.
of photocopies, and she doesn't have the time, and also she need to present all this in these days, especially and she asked me for help, and of course I go to the weekend just for to to explain her and make all these guides. It was also almost 50 pages of pure exercise of mathematics.
Okay, that's a good thing. Sometimes there are some people who need that we help them to improve or to achieve an specific goals, nah?
Yes, I think so, especially
That's good.
because
Okay, students.
just
Okay, tell me, George.
no, it's fine.
Okay, student, today is not our final class. Our final class is tomorrow. Tomorrow, yes, at night. But today we are going to develop a different class. And the class for today, we are going to talk about hobbies and what do you do in your free time. For example, Paola, can you tell me what do you do in your free time? Normally, what do you do in your free time?
In my free time, generally, I stay in my home, and clean my house, watch TV, maybe. And sometimes I like to watch movies with my husband.
Okay.
We like the comedy movies. I like to go out, hang out with my husband at the different places like restaurants, like church, for example. And I like to make my nails when I have free time.
Okay. And you, George, what do you do in your free time?
Well, when I have free time, of course, mostly I spend the time in the internet, looking for new things to read and something an English video, something that I'm related with that. But also I have another hobby. I make figures of cool clay like this.
What's that? Can you show me that, please?
Maybe can you see? It's basically Simon Bolivar.
Yes. It's nice.
It's made it's made of cool clay, porcelanicron. I made
Okay.
a
And what do you do with that?
well time ago. I just sell it. But in this case, I just I think this I don't want to sell this at least not after I make another figure like that because this is my first time to do that kind of figures. I have a lot of figures, but in that little collection I have here,
Yes, I
I
can see
made. Yes, I have a lot, and some of them I already sell them. But in this case, this is I just want to experiment to say I don't know how say a bust. This is a
what?
bust. This kind of figure is a bust.
Bus?
Um,
Like let me see. What's that?
un busto.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yes, and I like this kind of historical figures. I also make animals like this.
Okay. And tell me, for example, in that case, how much does it cost? Can you show me
Uh,
the animal, please?
uh, it's a lion.
Lion. Okay. How, for example, how much that costs the lion? How
Well,
much
this
money?
I could sell it in 20,000 pesos.
20,000 pesos.
It's
Okay,
not
good.
it's not very expensive, I guess, because I basically made all in in the material, and
Okay.
think they compensate the value. The color is with oil paints. Basically, I mix the clay with the oil and make some kind of color. It's not painted, so it basically I made first the mixture, and then
Okay.
I model the figure.
Okay, but did you design the appearance? I don't know. Did you
I
design
I
put the
I
colors?
Yes, I watch image. Of course, in Simon Bolivar case is more easy. Is easy.
It's
It's easier
easier.
because there is a lot of sculptures.
A lot
So
of picture. Yes.
yes, I can see in every frame which is every part of Simon Bolivar, by example. But in the case of the lion, there is some figures don't have the proportions, especially some status, and I need to basically see animals uh, to make the face more realistic. I think this is I see the head is is bigger, but
Uh, good
but
congratulations. You have a good talent. Congratulations.
thanks teacher.
Yes, that's nice. Okay, and you, Jennifer, what do you do in your free time?
Okay, in my free time, teacher, I like singing.
Singing.
I like sleeping because I usually work very until very late. So when I was with my family, I love to hang out, invite my family to a restaurant. But when I was in Facatativa, I like sleeping or I like singing.
Okay. Okay, good. Students, tell me, um, who are the people that you prefer to share your free time? Who are the people that do you prefer to share your free time? Paola could be.
Could you repeat the question, teacher?
Okay. Who are the people that do you prefer to share your free time?
Well, in my free time, I like to share with my husband, especially.
Especially with your husband, okay? And why?
Because we are both every time, and we like
Okay.
to share special moments in our lives, and because we are both in working. So in our free time, we like to share in other place.
Okay. In your case, George.
Well, in my case, I like to spend time with my family, especially with my sister, because my sister doesn't live in the house. So every time I have the opportunity to pass time with her, is
Okay.
obviously a good time. But sometimes I pass time with some friends, but this is very sporadic. And go out, but and mostly with my family, my mother and my sister, maybe my dad. But I don't. Like I said before, I don't have a lot of friends, so mostly I spend my time with my family.
Okay. Let me. Okay, Jennifer, what is your hobby?
My hobby,
Yes.
um, in this moment, I don't have any hobby, teacher,
Why?
um, because I don't have time. I think
Okay.
that my hobby is sing. I like to do sports, but I don't have time. So I think that in this moment, my hobby is sing because on December I work in a with a tropical group and I sing in different events. When I was working at school, I sing in the service of the school on different moments. So I think that my hobby in this moment is sing.
Okay, and you, Paola, what is your hobby?
My major hobby is watch movies. but in
Watch
this
movie?
Yes, but in this moment I don't have any time to watch one a movie. I like to watch recently movies. Eh, ¿Cómo se llama eso? Como en estreno. ¿Cómo se dice? Películas en estreno, me gusta ver. I like to see the news movies.
News movie? Can you repeat that, please? I didn't understand.
I like to watch movies, teacher, but the recently,
Watch
the
movie.
re- the recent,
Ah, okay.
not the
Yes, the new
old.
movie.
Yes.
Okay, good. Students, in this moment, I'm going to send on the chat a video. The video is a little bit long. It's about 9 minutes. But in this video, there are different information about the hobby. Okay, there are you are going to find vocabulary. You are going to find a short conversation. Hola amigos, me One acabo moment, de crear please. Una increíble página web con Wix. Vamos a ver cómo se le hace. Entren. Hello, I'm. One moment. Oh yeah. It's not this. Is this. Okay, students, the link is the second link that I have sent. Okay, not the first. The second is about a special vocabulary. And then we are going to watch the other video. Wait a minute. It was changed. Hmm, this part. Okay, students, this video is about the vocabulary just for 4 minutes, no more. Watch the information, take notes about the new words, and then we are going to talk about maybe if you found a new vocabulary or a new word that you don't know the meaning, okay? But the video is so clear. Can you open the video in this moment, please?
11.
Hobbies. And then you are going to make your comment.
Okay, I finished, teacher.
Did you finish, students?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, I made a confuse. First of all, I must send the vocabulary, but I have sent the conversation, no? Okay, don't worry. The conversation was the next point, but that's okay. Okay, give me a second. Jennifer, can you tell me what is the hobby of the man in the video?
Yes, teacher, of course. The man has two hobbies, really. The first hobby is collect stamps and
Okay,
collect bear.
okay. Now, George, tell me why that man uh, likes collect the stand. Why?
Why the man? What, teacher? I don't understand well.
What? Why the man likes to collect the stand?
He explained because he don't have the opportunity to go to those places, so
Mhm.
he want to feel they can go with the collecting all these diverse kind of stamps from those places especially.
Okay, you using that or doing that, he can maybe know different countries, no?
Yes.
Okay. Paola, can you tell me what is the habits about the woman?
About the in the man.
Okay, good. And what is the other habit for the man?
Um, the man is collecting stamps.
Stand in the and the other?
Uh, I don't know because I don't finish to see the video.
Okay.
I
Okay,
was
continue.
I was watching other video.
Ah, sorry. Okay, continue watching the video. Okay, just 2 minutes,
Yes.
no more.
Teacher, what time is the class tomorrow? I can hear you, teacher.
I'm going to confirm later because I must organize other class for tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, okay, teacher. Because I have grades tomorrow, and I have grades on Saturday, and on Wednesday I have therapy, and so I need the time because if necessary, I say to the Miss Principal that give me permission because the grades tomorrow are transition or kindergarten is 2 p.m.
Okay.
and fifth grade is 4 p.m. And I work in Funza, and Funza to Facatativa is 1 hour to road.
It's so
So
far.
I recommend for I give the permission to the Miss Principal.
Okay. Don't worry. Paola, did you finish?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. And now can you tell me what is the other habit that the man is talking in the video?
The other hobby is collect beer cans.
Why he likes collecting why does he like to collect the beard?
Because he traveled around the world, and when he traveled in different countries, we collect the different beers that drink the people there.
He collects the different beards. Okay. Do you think that that conversation was complicated or easy?
It's easy.
Okay. It's easy to understand. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we are going to watch the video with a new vocabulary. Please watch this video and then let me know if you don't understand maybe something. Students, I have repeated the video. One moment, please. Really? I don't know what happened with me today. What do you like? One moment, please. Where is that? Let me see, please. It is. Sorry. The video is this.
Hello, I'm Ollie. Welcome to Oxford Online English. In this lesson, you can learn about how to talk about your free time and hobbies in English. What do you like doing in your free time? Do you have any interesting hobbies? Talking about your... Hello, I'm Ollie. Welcome to Oxford Online English. In this lesson, you can learn about how to talk about your free time and hobbies in English. What do you like doing in your free time? Do you have any interesting hobbies? Talking about your free time is a great way to start a conversation in English or to find things in common when you're speaking to somebody. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to speak clearly and naturally about your free time and your hobbies in English. Part 1. Free time and hobbies vocabulary. What words do you know for free time activities in English? Some people prefer things you can do at home, like watching TV, reading, or cooking. Other people like sports, like playing football, playing basketball, playing tennis, going swimming, going jogging, or going climbing, or maybe doing boxing, doing judo, or doing yoga. Of course, many people prefer more social activities. For example, hanging out with your friends, relaxing with your family, or going shopping. Or maybe you like to do something more creative, like taking photos, painting, or writing stories, or writing a blog. What about you? What kind of free time activities do you prefer? Let's look at how you can talk about free time activities and hobbies which you like. Part 2. What do you like doing? In my free time, I like... What could you say here? In my free time, I like playing basketball. In my free time, I like relaxing with my family. In my free time, I like reading books. Can you see a pattern here? In every sentence, after like, we use the verb plus ing. Can you make a sentence? What do you like doing in your free time? But just using like can be repetitive and boring. So what other verbs can you use? Well, you could use verbs like love, enjoy, or hate. For example, I love going swimming. I enjoy watching TV. I hate going shopping. Can you see the same pattern? After all of these verbs, you need to use a verb with ing. You can also add words like really, sometimes, or absolutely to make your meaning stronger or weaker. For example, I really like taking photos. Sometimes I enjoy going jogging. I absolutely hate playing football. Now it's your turn. What can you say? Can you make your own sentences? Okay, so now you can say something about what you like or don't like doing. Let's look at how you can add more details to your ideas. First, let's say how often you do your free time activity. For example, I like playing sport. I play football every Tuesday evening. I absolutely hate going shopping. I only go shopping once or twice a year. I really like taking photos, but I don't get the chance to do it often. What about you? How often do you do your hobbies? You can use these phrases to help you talk. Every, for example, every weekend, every Saturday afternoon, every day, once or twice for example, once a week, twice a month, 3 times a year, and so on. Can you make some sentences like this about your free time and hobbies? How often do you do your hobbies? Next, let's add some details about where you do your hobby or free time activity. For example, I like playing sport. I play football every Tuesday evening at the park near my house. I enjoy having coffee with my friends. We go to a cafe in the city centre once or twice a week. I really like taking wildlife photos in the forest, but I don't get the chance to do it often. You can see that our answers are getting more detailed. When you speak, you should always try to add some details to your ideas like this. Will make your English sound more interesting and more natural. What about you? Can you add some details like these to your sentences? Pause the video, practice, try to make some sentences, say them out loud. Practice a little bit. Okay, next, let's look at giving background information. Especially if you have an interesting or an unusual hobby, you could talk about when and why you started doing it. For example, I started playing tennis when I was 10. I've been learning to paint for 6 months now. I decided to do yoga because I wanted to be healthy. My French friend got me into climbing. In the last sentence, the phrase, my friend got me into something, means that your friend introduced this activity to you and now you like it. What can you say about your hobby? Can you use some of these phrases to talk about yourself? For example, I started climbing when I was living in Russia. I've been climbing for about 8 years. I also recently decided to do yoga because I wanted to be more flexible. When I was younger, my dad got me into photography. What about you? What are your examples? Finally, let's look at how you can add some descriptive words to say why you do or don't enjoy something. For example, I like climbing because it's really exciting. I love doing yoga because it's so relaxing. I really like writing stories because it's creative and I like using my imagination. You can also use negative adjectives to talk about things you don't like. For example, I don't like going jogging because it's tiring. I hate watching TV because I find it boring. I've been trying to learn to paint, but it's too hard. Why do you like your hobbies? What are some activities you don't like doing? Can you say why you don't like them? Try to make some sentences and practice using this language. Okay, now it's your turn to speak. Let's try using everything we've looked at and make a longer answer. For example, I really like playing tennis. I play every weekend at the park near my house. Sometimes I play with my brother or sometimes with a friend. My brother got me into it because he loves sports and he needed someone to play with. I didn't like it at first because it was hard and I lost all the time. But now I enjoy it, especially when I beat my brother. Okay? Let's do one more sample answer. I love taking photos. Once or twice a month, I go to different areas of the city and look for interesting pictures to take. I've been interested in photography since I was young, when my dad got me a camera for my birthday. I like it because it's creative and I can express myself through my pictures. Anyone can use a camera, but you need to use your imagination to find good pictures. Now, can you talk about your free time? What do you like doing? Where do you go and how often? When did you start doing this hobby and why? And why do you like or perhaps dislike this activity? Try to talk for at least 30 seconds. Give lots of details. Add details to make your answer more interesting. Okay, that's the end of the lesson. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you learned something about how to talk about your free time in English. You can see more free lessons on our website, oxfordonlineenglish.com. But that's all. Thanks again. See you next time. Bye bye.
Okay, students, do you understand the video?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. If you can see in that video, you can find a vocabulary, you can find grammar rules, and you can find new words to use when you have the opportunity to talk with other people, no? What is the idea in this video? That you can use different expressions when you are going to answer a question, okay? Because the most of the time you say, "Oh, I like going shopping because I like it." You can say, "I like going shopping because usually I like to go to the downtown." You can use different expression. And that's the idea. Students, please, when you have a free time, try to watch again the video and try to take out the most important information in the video. Those videos are very nice and important. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, now student, I need that you write, and then you are going to read the information. In this moment, you are going to write your routine about the hobbies, similar in the example that you watch in the video. For example, my name is George, and my hobby is this. I like it because this. You are going to write just 4 lines, no more,
Okay.
and try to use the vocabulary that you have learned in the video, please.
Okay,
Yes.
teacher.
Students, to do that, you have 10 minutes, okay? No more. If you finish before, let me know, please.
Okay, teacher.
I think I finished, teacher.
Okay, one moment. We are going to wait for the other students, okay? There you go.
Hi, teacher.
Do you finish, Jennifer?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Lola. Hola. Shh. Paola, did you finish?
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Okay, George, can you show me or tell me your information, please?
Okay, I I begin. Uh, Hello everyone. I am Andres Quintero, and I want to tell you about my hobbies.
Okay.
First of all, I like to read. I like to read, especially about topics like history and general culture.
Okay.
I also like music. and I can play I can play keyboard, but I am not pretty good in that. But my favorite hobby is modeling figures in clay and cold clay. I had been doing this since childhood, and I like it very much.
Okay.
I like figures about historical characters and even fantastical creatures.
Okay. Now, Jennifer, please.
My name is Jennifer Lozano. I really like watching art movies in my free time or when I was traveling. I love taking pictures because I think that is beautiful and important. Remember with photos, special or even daily moments with our family or friends. I often watch series with my husband, especially a series called Peaky Blinders. My husband got me into it because he likes about London culture. I don't like cooking because I think that I spend a lot of time. So we discovered economic way to save money and don't cook.
Okay, Paula. Paola.
Yes. My test is about my hobby. I really like to hang out time with my husband. We like to go out at different places, and sometimes we go to walks with our pets. We like to eat fast food, and ice cream, or often we eat caldos with arepa. After that, my husband and I buy some movies, and when we come to our house, we on TV and watch the movies. Almost never we go to disco, and we hate to stay. I hate to stay outside of our house at late. I like to stay at home and share with my family. I really enjoy to talk with them.
Okay, thank you very much. Students, in this moment, I'm going to send to you a link. In this link, there is a conversation. It's not a video, it's a reading. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen because I need that you follow an order, okay?
Okay.
Let me show you. Okay, in this you can see my screen in this moment, student.
Yes, I can see.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, in this conversation, there are two people speaking, okay? But in this moment in the class, there are three people. What is the idea? You are going to follow this conversation. For example, number Tiffany is Paola, okay? Let me see the order. Tiffany is, okay, no. Uh, Jennifer is Tiffany, okay? Jack is Josh.
Okay.
And then continue Paola with the other part of the Tiffany, okay? For
Okay.
example, in this part is Jennifer, this part is George, this part is Paola, this part is Jennifer. Sorry, this part
No.
George is always the man, okay?
Okay.
Always the man, okay.
Okay,
But
teacher.
Tiffany, Jennifer, and Paola are going to share the information. But first of all,
Okay.
start Jennifer, okay?
Okay.
Just you are going to read this part, not the date, not Saturday 7, no, just this part. Are you free this time?
Okay.
Do you want to go out, okay? And then continue, George. I just have to finish my homework, but I think I can finish it this morning. What do you want to do? Okay, did you
Okay,
understand me, students?
I understand.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you are going
Listen.
to start the conversation. Start, Jennifer, please.
Are you free this afternoon? Do you want to go out?
I just have to finish my homework, but I think I can finish in this morning. What do you want to do?
Let's go into town. We can go shopping and get a coffee. And then get a coffee. We can go to the new cafe near the library. The cakes look great there.
You know I hate shopping. Why don't we go to the park? Kev and Rob will be there skateboarding. We can have a meet up with them.
I don't want to spend my Saturday afternoon watching boys skateboarding. That's so boring. But we can go to the park for a game of tennis if you like.
Uh, I am not really in the mood for tennis. I don't want to do anything too active. I just want to relax. You could come to my house and we could watch a movie. We have a lot we got a lot of good food.
Paola.
I could watch a my own. Why don't I bring some board games round? That'll be a bit more fun.
Okay, that sounds alright, but my little brother will probably want to play too. Is that okay with you?
Sure, shall I invite anyone else? I think Sophie is free this afternoon.
Okay, you can invite her, but no one else. I don't want too many people around.
Paola.
Fine, I'll come round.
Okay.
Fine. After lunch. It's 1 o'clock. Okay.
Mm. Make it half past. I have to write a few emails first. See you later.
Okay. George, can you repeat this part, please?
Which part?
This part. This part.
Ah, sure. Shall I invite anyone else? I think Sophie is free this afternoon.
Okay, sure. Shall
Let's
I invite? Okay.
Invite? Okay.
Invite anyone else. Okay, the pronunciation is invite.
Invite?
Sure. Shall I invite anyone else? I think Sophie is free this afternoon. Okay.
Okay.
And now, please read this part again.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that sounds all right. But my little brother will probably want to play too. Is that okay with you?
Okay, sound all right. Okay, good. Let me see. Thank you very much. Now, students, it's your turn to create your own conversation, okay? And I want that you don't elaborate or create a long conversation. I need that you create a conversation in the best way. Try to do that in a natural way, okay? Try to don't write a lot of it. Just think about a conversation. You are not going to write. Just you are going to speak. Paola and Jennifer and George are going to speak in a natural way. For example, hi Jennifer, how are you? I'm fine. Tell me, what do you do in weekend? Oh, on weekend I do this. Oh, I did this. I don't want that you create a conversation. I need that you express your opinion or say your words in a natural way, okay? And you are going to start the conversation in this moment. Suppose that we are speaking in a normal way. You are speaking with a friends or, yeah, or a foreign people or whatever you want. But the idea is that you, when you have the opportunity to speak with foreign people, you can do that in a natural way. Okay. In this moment, you are going to don't write a conversation. You are going to speak in English using different words. Try to introduce the information that you have learned in the video. If you don't know something, try to invent something. Suppose that you are in an English speaking conversation. No more.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Okay,
Start.
teacher.
Comment, please.
Okay.
Hello, Jorge. Hello, Paula.
Hello, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm very tired. And you, how are you?
I am tired, but but not by because I make a lot of exercise in the gym in the morning. And of course I work in a store, and I need to carry a lot of boxes full of lamps and as that kind of thing, because it's Christmas, so many people looking for lights and something to decorate their houses. But of course, this is something we in the store see a lot, especially in October. Even in October, people is decorating their houses, and I think this is kind of weird because in my house, by example, I don't decorate Christmas. I just we still don't decorate the Christmas and do that sort of thing.
Me, me neither. I'm not decorate my house of Christmas too, but I love to decorate. Always when it's Christmas time, I like to design things of Christmas, like Santa Claus or Christmas boots. And this moment, because I have a lot of work, I'm not organized anything about Christmas, but I love Christmas. What about you, Paola?
Mm, I like to share with my family too in Christmas time, for example. I like to eat mush too. I like the buñuelos, for example, and the tamales. And I
Mhm.
like to eat different things and to do different things when I have free time and when I normally day in my life.
Oh, I remember that in Christmas. I love watching Christmas movies, and the Elves movies is like Mi Pobre Angelito in Spanish. But
Um,
I
yes,
love I love watch awful bad movies, but I love Christmas, and I like to watching Christmas movies. I remember that.
yes. I remember the English name of Mi Pobre Angelito is Home Alone, but
Home
I don't
Alone.
sure.
Yes,
Yes,
Home Alone. Yes, it's very funny. But
yes,
I like
I
that.
remember doing my
What?
when I was child. I was living in a little town named La Playa.
yes.
And in this place, on December's, there are many activities to do. For example, at night in the novenario, ¿qué se dice? Bueno, in the
Yes.
novenario, the people will go out at park to celebrate and to dance and to listen music and to the people practice uh, a cultural activity like vacas locas, his name. The people run around the park with
Yeah.
the fire with uh, fireworks, and the other people run far away because the vacas locas is on fireworks. It's a traditional activity in this town.
I think it's a dangerous play.
I have
Yes, it's a
been,
dangerous but traditional activity in this town, and it's like a culture, no?
Yeah.
yes. I have been in the past in the playa too. There is a place in the playa, but I don't think I don't remember the name. It's a place with many trees, many pine trees. Maybe do you know the name of that? It's like a little forest of pines.
Los
Uh,
Pinos. It's a
yes,
mountain
yes,
Mm.
in this part. I
with
remember.
many trees, many trees, pointy
Yes,
trees.
yes, very much many.
And there are a beautiful place where the people go to relaxing at weekends, for example. The people of Ocaña travel to this town and like to see to watch the sea and relaxing on this place, Los Pinos.
Yes, I remember that because and the last year we go to that place with a family in a family car and with another place, but
I remember when
um,
I child, I like to climb
Oh,
uh,
I remember I climbed trees too when I was living for a time in just like a farm in a city. When I was a child, I remember that I don't know when I was 8 or 9, I live in a farm in the city. That house was very big, and I clean creams, and I remember that I ate cherries. I love the cherries. It's very, 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 very beautiful and very funny. When I was a child, I enjoy clean trees, clean trees. I enjoy catch rabbits and make your little crias, little rabbits, and I help her. And I hate. I remember that I hate give to it to the chicken and hens. I don't like the chicken. I don't like hens. I remember that. But I would like to know that place that you are talking about. It's very expensive to travel to Ocaña, Paola.
what?
Is
um,
it
um,
expensive to travel to Ocaña in this moment
well,
The,
because it's Christmas?
travel to Ocaña is not that difficult because there is people who lives in very far and come to Ocaña to pass with the time with the family. But the thing is, Ocaña could becomes very crowded with a lot of people. There is in Christmas, the streets are full of cars. Basically, all the little corners of Ocaña are becomes like park sites because a lot of people have the family car put them in the place. I don't want to spend money in park sites, so it can become very
Did you find a
crowded.
retreat?
Yes,
Oh my
and there is a this is probably happens in every year, and even have regulation about the I don't know how to say placas in the car. It's like pico placa, but I don't know how to say it. Because there is a lot of cars. Ocaña becomes mostly in transit in there is a lot of traffic, but of course there is a lot of places to see in Ocaña. Ocaña is a historical place, and of course Ocaña is a point of park to go, by example, to the playa. The playa is near to Ocaña, and the playa is the most touristical. They have
okay.
a park. They have even a park in the playa. It's a natural park. I don't remember the Storaques. And
Yes.
many people go to the Storaques, and even people from another countries. So the Ocaña is a point of part to go to many other touristic places in the region, and it's not difficult to get it to get in this place, but I think it could be very I don't know what you need to have
Jorge,
a yes.
remember the other place. There is a one place where the people go to do exercise, for example, or do other activities like climbing a mountain or ride a bike. That is the Agua de la Virgen.
Oh,
There
well,
is a place where the people go to walk or ride a bike
Yes, Agua de la Virgen.
every week.
Oh,
It's a sanctuary, and also have um, um, and I don't know how to say um, there is a lot of birds. It's um, I don't know how to say it in English. There is a natural zone with many bird observation in the top of that mountain.
really?
Yes,
Yeah.
near to my house on weekends, for example, the people practice one sport named the enduro. I think. I don't know.
How much that cost? Do we need to pay or it's free?
No,
Free?
maybe by free in go to those places. If you have a car, there is no difficult to get. Uh, Maybe the problem is for the people who doesn't have
A car.
uh, yes, because of course Ocaña is a very there is a lot of little hills, and the cars can be difficult to put that cars in very small streets. It could be very crowded with cars. This is the only problem Ocaña have when you have a lot of people in December, because Ocaña is not made for that kind of tourists. They have a lot of cars. Basically, become so crowded. But go to these places is not difficult. You can go with a car and see it yourself.
Oh, I would like to travel to, what is the name? Aguas de Maria? Aguas? What is the name?
Agua de la Virgen.
Aguas de, Aguas de
almost,
la Virgen.
almost.
Okay, it's the same. Aguas de la Virgen. I'm going to look at pictures. I would like to travel because I never heard about that place, and I love that places. In this month, I was reading about the Yellowstone. It's a natural park. It's a reserve in San Francisco, in the United States, and in that park there are bears and wolves, different kinds of wolves. So if Colombia have a beautiful park, I would like to visit because I love the natural reserve. I know I love the natural parks.
Colombia have a lot of places to go, but some of these places are located in difficult parts with conflicts and that kind of the problematic.
Yes,
But Ocaña is not that dangerous. When I go to the other places and and people ask me where are you from, I am from Ocaña. The other people say, oh, that zone is red zone. There's a lot of violence
yes,
in this
I think
place.
the same. I think these are red zone, but I never.
But the thing is, this kind of violence happens in the countryside. This, of course, these things happen, but this is in the urban zone is not that different than the other places in Colombia. There's not that we don't have gang problems. By example, we don't have that. We don't have people killing each other in the street. This happen, of course, in celebration time because people
And
get.
now the military the military groups there are in that place protect us the people in the countryside. No,
Yes, the things get very dangerous in the Catatumbo. Go to the Tarra, San Calixto, Acari, those places. They have problem with violence
compensation.
because exactly convention. Those places because there is a very few personnel in police. People is very much people in the countryside have a connection with illegal groups, especially with drugs.
Oh my
In that kind of easy money makes people get violent because it's more easy to get money with that kind of attitude. And police get in the way. With police get all the violence. They get shot. Get the attempts, explosives. But the civil life is not that not that bad.
it's
Uh,
normal.
it's normal. It's not we need to hide from in the beds every time. No, this happen, of course, in the countryside, but this is a thing past the regularity. This is a normality. Of course, the things becomes difficult in these times because there is a conflict with something related with the legal groups in these zones. Something happened between them and fight between them. This is weird because most of the time is the army with against them, the illegal groups. But in this time they have illegal groups fighting each other and the army fighting with them, and of course we have even problems with all this drug production. This is very complex, and this happened basically in their own phase. We know Ocaña is a place with all these things happen in underground, but don't affect directly to us because this zone is
Yeah,
basically yes. Continue.
It's
Okay, student, I
now
want to ask
I want to
student,
tell you about my story.
student,
When
can
I
you tell me something? Are you speaking about hobbies or are you speaking about violence? I don't understand.
everything.
yes,
Everything.
yes,
Everything
I know this
about
topic.
Okay,
sports,
but
about natural reserves, about violence, about everything.
it is
it's
okay.
a
Don't
fluent
worry.
conversation.
We are in
all the
a C1 level, teacher.
Yes. Okay, it's okay. That's the idea, students. That you can speak in a fluent way, okay? You start speaking about hobbies, then pass to beautiful places, then start to talk about neighborhoods, they then pass to talk about violence, but it's okay. That's the idea that you can
Okay,
introduce different topics when you are speaking because the idea is that you can speak in a fluent way and you can handle whatever conversation, okay?
okay, teacher.
But
Okay,
it's okay,
teacher.
don't worry.
And I'm going to travel to Ocaña, and Paola give me the house.
It's okay, don't worry. Students, I want to
Santa
ask you
Marta,
something.
but I cannot
Jennifer,
change my opinion. I'm going to travel to Ocaña.
okay. I would like to visit
Yes,
Okanagan maybe in the future, okay? Because George spoke a lot of beautiful things for his city, no? Ocaña.
Yes.
yes. For
For
yes,
me,
and
example,
the other outside.
yes.
yes,
Paola, are you from Ocaña too?
Yes, I live in Ocaña too,
Okay, and you, Jennifer, you
actually.
live in?
No, I live in Cundinamarca, teacher. I live in Facatativá.
Okay, good. Students, tell me something. Have you ever practiced a risk sport in your life?
Yes,
yes,
Tell me.
I was practicing rafting and climb.
Okay.
On the river, I don't remember the name. Canotaje. I don't know. Eh,
Canotaje, I don't know what.
yes,
kayak. It's something about kayak, but I don't
kayak,
remember. Yes.
boating too. Kayak or boating? Yes.
Okay, and how do you feel when you practice that sport? Can you share your experience about that, please?
Okay, I have two feelings, before and after. Before,
Okay,
I feel afraid, and I say, and I think, I know, I think that I can
good.
because something happens. Bungee jumping too. Uy, that is very terrible. And then when you have practice and take the risk and make the sport, you start and say, I want to do it again, I want to do it again, I like it. So it's two feelings. So
Okay.
this year I did boating, kayak with my students in a salida that we have, and was very terrible with my knee. I don't know what thing about this because I having this year a problem with my knee, and I take the risk and I did the sport, but I like it. It's fun.
Okay, in your case, George.
Well, no, I don't practice any rigs sports, but I think the most risky thing I do in my life is trying to swim. I have I have bad remembers in that kind of situation because I'm in every single time I try to swim, the panic that I get in panic, make me feel make me feel like an idiot because most of these accidents happens like maybe do you remember in some episode of of El Chavo, people say just wait, just stand up, you are drowning, but basically you need to stand up. That thing make me feel very embarrassed. But the thing is I don't know why I don't have the capability to swim. I really like to learn to swim, but I don't have the opportunity. I feel this is something like a hydrophobia in my case.
Okay, and you, Paola?
I don't have an opportunity to practice a extreme sport, Maybe I think that the sport climbing. I practice climbing to the mountains and anymore I don't practice extreme sports.
In my case, I don't like anyone because when I have the opportunity to use or to go to the roller coaster, do you know what is roller coaster?
Roller coaster. It's a park attraction.
Yes, it's
Yes.
a yes. 2 years ago, I went with my friends and we went to Armenia. Have you ever listened about Armenia? No,
Yes.
Parque
Yes,
El Yes, I
I
went.
I have been in this place.
Yes, I went with 6 or 7 friends. They went to that place, but I entered at the place. But when I start seeing everything, I say I'm not going to go with that. I'm not going to go with this. My friends were in everything, but I didn't do anything because I'm very nervous and I don't like it. I don't like it, that kind of sports or maybe attractive park. I don't like it. My daughter is so happy when she goes to those places, but in my case, I don't like it. I prefer to be at home.
I feel
Yes,
safe at home.
yes, at home or go to the park, eat an ice cream, go to the movie theater, watching a movie, but no more. I don't like it. Okay, student, tell me something. What is the activity that you consider is very, very important when you are celebrating the Christmas?
Very important to what, teacher?
What is the activity that you consider is very important when you are celebrating the Christmas on December? December.
Oh, activity.
Well, maybe the thing we prepare is mostly the preparation of food, the family food.
The food, no?
We
Why?
In this
Yes,
moment, I bought the Christmas dinner. I have everything prepared.
exactly.
Yes, yes, and I think the same of Jorge because I think the dinner come together the family. So I love to eat with my family and share experiences and sometimes we cry, sometimes we are happy, and think this is the most important moment at the night, in the Christmas night.
But in your case, Jennifer, the most important moment is on December 24th or December 21st?
31st.
31st. Why?
Yes, yes, because on Christmas, at night of Christmas, we are with my husband thinking in my daughter. And you know that the children always think, I want that gift, I want that gift, I want that every and lose the important meaning of the Christmas.
Okay.
So we are thinking in our daughter, and when it's December 31st, I think that I have an evaluation about my life in this year.
Yes,
And
that's
so
okay.
I think that this year I I feel very blessed, teacher, because I have experienced a new things, and in this new school because I am new in this school, I the result of XFES, we was the best on English, and
Good.
my students were the worst. I looked the other results on 2007, and they have a minus or results of zero. And this and in this opportunity, every students have results B1 and B2, and we
Okay,
have
good.
the best results. And that's for the, my work and for my family. We feel blessed too. and we have some problems, but we God always helped me to um, give the answer to each problem. So I think the December 31st, I have an evaluation. Is the last day of the year, so I
Yeah,
feel nostalgic,
sometimes.
and I prepare dinner and share time with the family of my husband. So it's very special because I love the my husband family. It's very special to me. So that's the reason.
Okay, in your case, George, thank you.
Well, in my case, it's basically mostly the same in the part of the dinner. Of course, we need to we try to have all the family reunited in Christmas. Of course, we try to share experiences, especially with my sister because in the kind of time basically her vacations. So we have we heard most of the time, and I think this is the only the the few times of the years who we can all be together in the same home because she need to study in another city. But I think this is the most basic thing I like to do in Christmas. Go and sit with all the family and eat together. Something we playing, something we played it before. We also discuss about what we going to dinner in Christmas. Of course, we decide that take some kind of voting and we decide what prepare or what kind of dinner we need to do. Also, I got um, uh, I don't think we have enough to share gifts, because all basically all in the house are adults, so I don't have that kind of problem or decide about gifts and that sort of things. But my I think like we are talking, the most important thing in the Christmas is just the family reunion.
In your case, Paula,
What teacher?
what is the activity that you consider is very important when you are celebrating the Christmas?
Uh, I consider the activity most important is to share with the family, talk with them, and to share a night dinner. For example, I agree with Jennifer. The best moments when the people sit down at the dining room and share a special dinner. And for me, the most important moment on December month is the 31st, the last day of the year, because generally all the people thinking about the things, mm, there are they remember the things that to do during the year, and we get ready to start the other year with a motivation, with um, special feelings to receive the next year.
Okay, good. I want to share something with you. It's important that the thing that said Jennifer, she said that she makes an evaluation at the end of the year. No, it's very important because when we finish a year, we must realize what was the things that you can get or achieve, and what were the things that you didn't get or achieve. It's very important to organize and schedule or make life project, not? In my case, I like to develop a plans. Yes, life project is very important in our life. Why? Because you start to write everything that you want to do in the next year. In my case, I do that. At the end of the year, especially on this in December 30 or 31st in the morning, I start to review. I start reviewing the information or the things that I wrote on December 30, the last year. And for example, I wrote, I want to continue with the university. I want to, or I would like to buy, for example, a car, or I would like to travel to San Andres. I would like to buy this lamp or this living room or dining room for my house. And at the end of the year, I try to review the information that I have wrote. Okay, if I wrote, I'm going to travel, for example, to San Andres, I must check if I did that or not. If I didn't get that, I'm going to pass those things for the next year and I'm going to write new things for the next year. It's very important that you organize a plan in your life. It is okay that maybe you are not going to get everything or you are not going to achieve everything, but it's important that you write the things that you want to achieve in the future. We don't know if the future is going to come or not. It's important to organize and schedule. In my case, on December 31st, I always make a review about my dreams and I try to say myself why I didn't get this or why I couldn't do this. What happened? What was the situation that maybe stop my goals or my dreams? And I start to review everything, everything. I like it. And this is my advice for you. When you finish the year, please try to make an evaluation about your life. I know that we have professional things, but also we have personal things too. Okay, it's very important. For me, the most important date or activity
Yes,
that
in my case, I thinking about I take a review about the things that I do during the year, and I thinking about my goals, my dreams for the next
yes,
year. Try to change the bad things maybe what
yes,
I happened in the last year, and I try to be better to the next year.
yes, that's the idea. Because sometimes the people make an evaluation about the life, but they don't change anything. They continue doing the same. The idea is that you make an evaluation, make a plan, and you say, okay, if I couldn't do this, why I couldn't do this? I'm going to change my strategy. I'm going to change my goals. I'm going to change whatever thing that you need. It's very important to do that because, as I say, maybe you are not going to achieve everything, but it's important that you have clear in your mind that you can do whatever you want in your life. The most important is to have a positive attitude and struggle against difficulty that we are going to find in the world. Okay.
Okay.
For example, in your case, Paola, I remember with in a special class, you told me, teacher, I'm not going to have salary or I'm not going to have work on December. What do you think in this moment about that situation?
Yes.
Tell me, what do you think in this moment? Did you understand me? Remember that you told me that teacher, I am worried because I'm not going to have my work on December. I don't know what I'm going to do. What is your position or what is your point of view in this moment about that situation?
Hmm. In my case, I think uh, that finished this year
Yes,
because I anxious, I very impatient to start the other things in other city. Uh, I going to live in other place the next year, so I'm so excited and nervous and impatient to do the things to plans for the next year, no? So I want to finish this year in this moment.
I think that everyone wants to finish this year. Okay, students, time is going to over, but before to finish the class, I want to ask you something. Jennifer, tell me, how do you feel in this class when you have the opportunity to create your conversation in a normal way? How do you feel? How do you feel?
I feel very excited with a lot of expectations about this because when I was learning is one thing, but when I was start to speaking, it's difficult sometimes. It's sometimes difficult to me try to organize all the knowledge that I have and
Yes,
talk. So I think the speaking sessions are very important for make the fluence very
yes,
good and that try to applicate all the knowledge that I have because sometimes I have problem with neither and either because sometimes I don't know when I can to use and I know the use but that is one example that what happened when I know some information but I don't know how to organize and speak so I think it's important to me. I feel very expectative and it's important to me practice every day speaking.
okay, Jennifer, have you ever speaking with a foreign people?
What teacher?
Have you ever spoken with a foreign people?
Yes, teacher.
And
Yes.
how was your experience?
I feel very good because I can speak very well. I remember once in Bogota, in the Candelaria, there are a lot of foreign people.
Okay.
And in the Transmilenio, one person, a man, a tall man, is was asking to the man of Transmilenio which service he needs
Okay.
helps,
Okay.
and the man of Transmilenio say K10, K10, and don't say anymore. So I say to the that man, I know speak English. If you want, I can help you and he say, "Oh yes, I don't know speak anything." So I helped the man. She was with his wife, and was very beautiful because I give the instructions, I give the directions, and then he wrote to me and say thank you because I give my phone number if he needs some help. And at the end of the night, he wrote to me and say thank you and was very beautiful. That was the last experience in this moment with foreign people.
Okay. In your case, George,
Well,
how do you feel when you develop the conversation
I
in an
don't have what teacher?
How did you feel when you develop the conversation in a normal way? Remember that you
Ah,
start
okay.
talking about caña, violence, and different things. How did you feel?
Well, when I talk in English, I tend to think in Spanish too. It's, you almost can see I trying to search the words to describe what I have in my head. So I basically make a process of translation. This is the difficult thing to me because I want to talk a lot about the things, but I don't have the words to describe it. Sometimes I need to reuse some words. I know I am aware about my mistakes, but in the moment, I think the I just want to communicate. I don't take take notes of all these little mistakes I made. Of course, this is because I speak quite quickly. And I think I tend to speak that very fast, almost at the same rhythm, almost at the same rhythm. I speak in Spanish.
Okay, but it's good because when you have the opportunity to speak in English, it's the opportunity that you have to to organize your idea, to use your vocabulary. Okay, that's the idea. Because if you don't speak in English, you are not going to practice. You are not going to learn. It's normal that you made a mistake. That's the process. It's the point of the process. But what is the idea that you are aware that you made a mistake, but the most important is that that you can correct those mistakes. Okay,
Yes,
that's the
yes.
idea. In your case, Paola, tell me, how was your experience with this class? Paola,
Yes, teacher.
your experience in this class when you had the opportunity to speak in English in a fluent way or normal way?
One moment, teacher. Give me a second.
I have a dog too. Don't worry.
Yes, teacher. No, yes. Well, I feeling good this year with my English because I think my fluency is very better than last year, and I had some experience with people. In fact, I talk about with one person that he live in United States.
Okay.
Sometimes I talk with her about WhatsApp, for example, and had an opportunity to talk with her in a restaurant too, to share a dinner, to share a meal, and talk about different things.
Okay. Student, I have received a message, and I want to tell you that that you are going to present the evaluation tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow I have other group at 6 p.m. and I finish my class at 7:30 p.m. I'm going to start the evaluation at 7:45 p.m. Okay. Please take notes because I need that you are connected at that time. The evaluation is going to be in 1 hour and a half. We are going to start our class at 7:45 p.m. and we are going to finish the class at 8:15 p.m. Okay?
I know I don't understand. We have the class
Okay. The,
at
the
6
last the
p.m.
last class or the final evaluation is tomorrow, but tomorrow we have other group, okay? And that group start the class at 6 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. Then I'm going to have a class with you. You
Okay,
are
what
going
time?
to start the class at 7:45 p.m.
7:45.
45, okay? Take
Okay,
notes and don't forget.
with us 7:45. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the other group is going to have the evaluation at 6 to 7:30 p.m.
Okay, teacher.
Okay,
Okay.
teacher, no problem.
Tomorrow, tomorrow I'm going to send the score or I'm going to send the note for your tutor, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Remember that
Okay,
the final evaluation have a point. The point is 20 points. I'm going to write 20 points for the final evaluation and 20 points for all the encounters, okay?
Okay, teacher.
okay,
And tomorrow, yeah, I think that tomorrow we finish our process, English process.
Thank
Don't
you
feel
so much
nervous. The
for everything.
evaluation is not going to be complicated. Just is similar than the things that we did today. We are going to speak in English. I'm going to ask you some questions, and maybe you are going to practice some exercises no more. It's similar than the other class that you have received in the process.
Yes, teacher.
Okay? Don't be afraid. Try to practice. Try to be on time, students. And thanks for attending the class, students. I want to congratulate because when I told you that we must create a normal evaluation. At the beginning, I could see that you were so nervous. No, how can I do in these moments? I don't know how to say in this conversation. But in the process, I could see that you handle the conversation in a good way. George participates in a good way, Jennifer too, and Paola too. You start speaking different topics, you start speaking with this topic, then change with other topic, and we start doing the conversation like if you were speaking with whatever person. That's okay, student. That's the dynamic in this English class, that you have the opportunity to create your conversation, to speak with different topics, because when you have the opportunity to travel to other country, maybe you are going to find or run into with people that maybe can tell you with whatever topic. For example, okay, can you describe me your country? Oh, Colombia is so beautiful. You can go there and you are going to find nice places. There are beautiful places. There are beaches. There are a lot of mountains. Oh, tell me, how do you feel in your country? Ah, my country is not complicated. In my country, there is, or my city, there is a violence because my city is this. That's the idea, that you can handle whatever conversation and that you can handle whatever topic. For that reason, it's important that you learn different vocabulary, okay?
Okay, teacher.
That's the idea. Students, I must go eating because I'm angry. I'm very hungry. I need to eat something. I'm going to continue doing other things. Thanks for attending the class. God bless you, and don't forget to study, okay? Have a
Okay,
nice
Okay,
teacher.
night.
teacher.
God bless
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, teacher. See you tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow at night.